We're talking to investigators this morning. They say they have very little to go by. They say they do need the public's help.
San Diego 6's Susana Franco is live from Coronado with the latest. Susana?
Well, Mark, authorities have identified her as 32-year-old Rebecca Nalapa. Now, she is said to be the girlfriend of Jonah Shacknight. He's the owner of the Spreckles Mansion here in Coronado.
Good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Courtney. Yeah, we've been talking to crew members out here. They tell us they don't know exactly when they'll be able to fully fix that massive sinkhole, but the good news this morning, water will be restored in at least 3 more hours. 34-year-old Jason Prokop lived a life of service from an Army soldier to a San Diego police officer. And today his loved ones came together to honor a loyal, dedicated, selfless man whose life was cut way too short.
Good morning, Susana.
Well, Mark and Heather, it's an alarming number, 46 million. That's 1 in every 6 living under the poverty line. That's the highest rate since 1993.
Live in La Mesa to bring us the very latest, Susana.
Mark and Heather, definitely a very active scene here at Blaine Place and Dallas Street in La Mesa. Now we're being told police got a call around 10:30 last night, so more than 6.5 hours ago. As you can see here, Blaine Place has been closed off. We're told the suspect is a parolee at large. Joining me right now is Captain Etta Savis from the La Mesa Police Department. Thank you for joining us this morning. Tell us what's going on right now.
Right now, what we're trying to do is make contact in the house and have the subject come out peacefully at this point.
Now we're told some homes are being evacuated?
Correct. We're evacuating 6 homes in the area at this point, and just for precautionary measures for their safety and for the officer's safety as well.
Now, what was the initial call? You came out here at 10:30 last night. What was the initial call for?
Our patrol officers were coming out to arrest the subject in this house for assault with a deadly weapon and criminal threats, and they surrounded the house and attempted to make contact, and he refused to come out.
Who was he making those threats against?
It was the criminal threats were to his family members.
To his family members. Now, what attempt have we made so far to bring him out to make contact with him?
Well, for the past 6+ hours, we've been trying to call into the house and a variety of different measures to try to get his attention, and we've had no luck talking to him at this point.
Now, we've set up a perimeter here. I know we have Blaine Place closed off. Any other streets that have been closed off this morning?
Part of Nagel's been closed off this morning too, just because the suspect's house is near the corner of Blaine and Nagel. So just, again, precautionary measures for the safety of the citizens here in La Mesa.
All right, thank you very much for being with us. Again, a very active scene here in La Mesa, Blaine Place and Dallas Street. We're going to stay on this story for you this morning, and we'll bring you more as it becomes available. For now, reporting live in La Mesa, Susana Franco, San Diego 6 News. We're talking to investigators this morning. They say they have very little to go by. They say they do need the public's help. But let us show you where it all happened. He was driving after he got shot. He drove down the 5400 block of Main Street, hit this tree right here next to me. Then his vehicle rolled, hit this fence, and you can still see the tire marks on the ground, and you can also see some glass up ahead about 100 feet from me. Now the victim is 39-year-old Halaluddin Hamra. He's from the Middle East and worked in the East County, mainly in El Cajon and Lakeside. The company he worked for was Main Cab. It all happened just before 4 o'clock yesterday morning. Emergency responders working to pull him out of the wreck found he had been shot in the chest. Hamra did die at the scene. It's unclear if he died from the gunshot or the crash or even both. Right now, there aren't any suspects. Now, this is the second cab driver to be murdered in 2 months. Cab drivers across the county are certainly on edge.
A lot of crazy people in the streets, man. They don't respect nothing. They don't respect our job. They don't respect us, you know. It's crazy.
Well, this scares you a lot. But what can you do?
Now, the president of the United Taxi Cab Workers plans to ask the San Diego City Council this week to require all taxis to have window barriers and cameras installed for their own safety. Now, again, they have very little to go by in this case. They do ask the public, if you have any information, to contact Crime Stoppers. That number on your screen, 888-580-8477. Reporting live from Lemon Grove, Susana Franco, San Diego 6 News.
Live from downtown with how they're taking part in the Comic-Con experience. So just because you don't have a badge doesn't mean the fun's over, right?
That's right. Although inside the convention center is a place to be for most people, you know what? There's plenty going on. There's so much for people to see just in the gas lamp. The gas lamp is buzzing with all Comic-Con excitement, and there's tons for people to see. Those who couldn't get tickets to Comic-Con, there's so many free things. And you know what I say? If it's free, it is for me. Last night, we caught up with some of out-of-town people taking in the downtown experience, where all the businesses are getting this superhero bug. The Hopping Pig, for example, Gastropub, was made over as a saloon just to promote Universal Pictures' new film, Cowboys and Aliens. Also, for those hanging outside the center, the convention center, Marvel Comics, they unveiled their Captain America monster truck, drawing some huge crowds, and Sega took their action outside as well. And if you remember, we caught up with the Twilight folks yesterday who came out and they surprised their fans who had been out here since Monday. So you know what? There's so much out here to do, and businesses in the gas lamp say this is what they wait for all year long.
Comic-Con is our Super Bowl every year.
I think it's great, and I love it, and I know I'm coming back next year to do the same thing.
So who knows, if you don't have a ticket, head on down here. There's so much excitement out here. Who knows what you'll see out here outside the convention center this morning. And there's so much going on downtown this weekend, because you know what? The fun is not over. Coming up in the next half hour, we will tell you what some of those events are. Mark, Heather, back to you.
Okay, thanks. Now, you, as I passed you in the parking lot as you were leaving this morning, you informed me that there is a reason why you're not wearing your costume.
There is a reason. Should I say it?
Sure, go ahead.
I couldn't find my pants. I have a Catwoman suit. I couldn't find my leather pants, so I said, you know what? If the outfit's not complete, I'm not doing it.
Pantsless Catwoman was not an option?
No.
Okay, good.
Go big or go home. I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay, bye.